tragic news about a young girl found dead in a Bakersfield hotel. And today, both suspects, her father and stepmother, making their first court appearance this afternoon.
Eyewitness News reporter Lena Folk was in the courtroom and has the details.
Graciela Bustamante and Ray Monta Jr. were the two suspects that were arrested over the weekend, and both of them pled not guilty to 7 felony counts.
I
had to actually hold myself back. I had to restrain myself because the system failed my little cousin.
Sabrina Guerrero is the older cousin of Genesis Mata, an 8-year-old girl found dead inside a bathtub in a Bakersfield motel over the weekend, showing signs of torture and abuse. The girl's older cousin saying the system has failed, as Child Protective Services didn't do anything to help, despite receiving at least 20 phone calls.
There were signs on Genesis that you can say she was being abused. You know what I mean? There were signs.
Daisy Gomez says her daughter was a close friend of Genesis, and that CPS is selective about which children they decide to help.
When it comes down to people that are living in hotels and they have nothing really much, they don't take the kids away. They leave them there. They leave them there to continue to suffer, to continue to get beaten, mistreated, starve.
In court Tuesday, the girl's biological father and stepmother pled not guilty to felony counts including first-degree murder, willful cruelty to a child, and torture. Court Commissioner Samantha Allen denying bail for both of them and granting an order of protection for several of the suspects' family members. This woman says Graciela is her...
Alright, I want to touch on this story because these are one of the many stories that I've seen that tells us a lot about how CPS likes to handle these cases. And as you see, the woman, she's really distraught as she describing that they had over 20 phone calls about neglect and abuse. And so I'm bringing this video in to do awareness about CPS, to tell you that CPS does not care about children at all. And there are also other things that I'm going to show on my channel too as well about CPS. We really need to come to a conclusion that CPS is not a good investigation agency at all. I believe CPS should be defunded. Instead of CPS doing the investigations, police should do the investigation, because when it comes to abuse, cops are on it. They know what to look for. They know how to interrogate people. They know when something's wrong. But in CPS, it makes you wonder, what kind of training do they get? CPS does not care about kids, because in cases like this, it's not hard to tell a child is being abused. Like, I've seen it myself where the child told CPS they're being abused, and CPS put these kids right back into custody, because what they look for in investigation, all they want the parent to say is, hey, I'm not abusing my child. It's more easier for them to close the case and rush through it and go to the next case. And it's like the woman said, CPS is very selective about which children that they want to protect. It seems like it's the children, the underprivileged children that they don't care about. And those are most of the time, these kids are victims of sexual abuse by the step parent, and it always shows. Sometimes, the kid can have a black eye and telling CPS, hey, this is what my stepdad did to me, this is what my mom did to me. They still would ignore these abuses. It's happening. It's just like I came across a story about Michigan. I'm going to pull that up soon. A Michigan mother, she had a mental history. Her family told CPS. They tried to get custody of the children, but CPS told them there was no findings when there was evidence that there was mental history with the mom. And I'm more pissed off at the judge. The judge goes off of CPS. And so with this mother in Detroit, she burnt down the house and killed a 12-year-old daughter. And the family's putting a lawsuit against CPS because, hey, they warned them, they showed it. And CPS still doesn't care about our children. So, like I said, I'm bringing this awareness that we either come to a conclusion of some way defund CPS, limit their investigations. CPS should only be allowed to assign the children to a home when there is abuse reported, right? And let the cops, I believe the cops should handle this. Whatever CPS is making, they put that on their salary for the police. I guarantee them cops will get to the bottom of it. CPS workers don't care about these kids at all. So like and subscribe, and put a comment below and tell me, what do you think about what we should do with the CPS program? Should we do away with it, or do y'all think it should keep going? Because I think they should stop this program, because it's a threat to our children, because they get to pick and choose when they want to work on the case. And when CPS has over 100 cases with stories like this girl named Genesis in this story. So just let me know what you think in the comments.